Terrence McNally's contribution to the American theater is obvious. What's harder to measure is the influence his plays have had on the tone of our society as a whole. And those of us with the pleasure to work with him know also that he is a very kind and gracious and charming man. He's that rare individual who can be described not only as a great man, but also as a very good one.
He's also one of those rare men and artists who inspires us, not just as actors at the chance to say his words, but as human beings. He's taught me personally as a young gay man the responsibility to make positive change as an artist, and of the responsibility of using one's personal voice bravely and without fear. And he reflects back to us stories that must be told, always with incredible humor, compassion, and transparency.
Notes on McNally. Notes on McNally. Terrence McNally knows a great deal about words. Terrence McNally knows a great deal about storytelling. Terrence McNally knows a great deal about theater, and Terrence McNally knows a fair bit about actors and what they do. That's supposed to be a laugh line. Thank you. Terrence McNally has a seemingly endless energy and enthusiasm for everybody's work, including his own. Yes, sort of. No, I really mean that because it's important to stay in love with your own deal. His capacity for empathy is astounding. Terrence McNally knows a great deal about love. Ladies and gentlemen, Terrence McNally.
Thank you. Terrence McNally wanted to be in the theater, so he never had to wear a tie. But I do think events like this deserve a tie, and this is entirely the fault of United Airlines. And my husband and I only landed about 45 minutes ago. We took a 6 a.m. thought flight that left finally about 10 a.m. from the West Coast, so apologies for this. I'm very grateful to this extraordinary cast of actors who are performing my new play so magnificently that this is their one day off, and they've come here to celebrate or present me with this award, and I'm very grateful to them, and I know how much you need your rest. But get back there tomorrow night. Kick some more ass. I don't really know what to say. I'm very, I'm 75 years old, so I think that's a good place to start because everyone says, you were always out. Well, maybe I was always out, but it wasn't always easy. And I'm still learning from the younger generation. I've learned a lot from Bobby Stigert, that just because you're 75, and I'm married now, and we have a pretty good life, and we have a wonderful dog, but that's not enough. We still got to get up every day and make sure the people, 75-year-olds and the 7-year-olds, are in a welcoming, inclusive society. And the battle is not over. It hasn't been won. I love my wedding ring, but it's not all. It's not the panacea. And it's up to, I think art can play a great part in this. And I've told this story many times, but it's really the only story I can tell that really has true meaning for me. When I first wrote the original version of Andre's Mother, some 25 years ago, it was a very short piece. It was a monologue, basically, where a young man sort of berated the mother of a son she had not acknowledged for being gay, let alone that he was dying from AIDS. And the woman said nothing while she was harangued at for 12 minutes, say. And after that play was done, I got a letter from a mother, and she said, when my husband and I found out both our son and daughter were gay, we asked them to leave our home. We no longer wanted them to sleep under our roof. And thanks to your play, we called them, and they are now with us, and we are family again. And I don't think an artist can ask for a greater reward than to so palpably touch other people and make a change. And if the only change my work has made is in the lives of that one family, that's enough. They were at the... the happy ending of this is that family, the daughter with her wife, and their son with his, no, the son is still looking for a boyfriend, I'm sorry. But the five of them were at the opening of Sons and Mothers last March. And finally in that play, it takes place 25 years later. I guess I figured out what Catherine had to say, and it's a mouthful. And a lot of what she says is very tough. I don't like hearing her say it, but she represents how a lot of people still feel. And I'm glad I waited long enough to write this character and find such a magnificent actress as Tyne Daly to play it, because she doesn't ask for our sympathy, but in not asking for our sympathy, I think she gains everyone in that theater's total respect and sympathy every night. Fred Weller, I haven't learned anything from, because Fred is playing me. So he has the thankless role in the play, probably, because he's playing me. But the arts, I do think, are an incredible way to reach people. I think people change in increments, and I think each time we get a mother and father to reevaluate their relationships with their children, that is significant, and that is better, I think, than writing editorials. Art doesn't write good editorials, but we can change people's hearts, and I think that's important. As far as mentors, I've had so many, I couldn't tell you where to begin, but I certainly know that in Ray High School in Corpus Christi, Texas, I had an English teacher, Mrs. McElroy. She knew I was gay. We didn't have to talk about it. She knew. And she made me feel so important, and that I could matter, that I could do things. If what I wanted to do, I was willing to really work hard at it and not make being gay or being different an excuse not to be me. And when I try to teach playwriting, I say to young writers, find your own voice. We don't need another Albee. We don't need another Pinter. Find your own voice. And in helping young people to find out who they really are, accept that, and love themselves first, we're giving them the greatest, greatest gift. And I continue to love the people who've helped me for all these 75 years to be the truest expression of who I can be. And I continue to look at the younger generations who are reminding us that the struggle is still there and has to be fought every single day. I'm very proud of this organization, and proud of this honor. And this organization, I think all your programs are wonderful. The thought of going back to my high school as an out gay man is terrifying. So I should probably do it to myself, but it sounds pretty terrific, that going back. You know, in the theater, in the American theater, it's very easy to be gay. That's maybe another reason I chose to be in the theater, because everybody in the American theater is gay. We all know that. So the real struggle of you going back to Ray High School, auditorium, also basketball, gymnasium theater we have there. Thank you very much for this afternoon, and I'm very proud to be here and very honored, and thank you all.